today I will learn to find the constant between two or more ratios. So that's what you're going to learn today. So today I will find the constant between two or more ratios. Let's look at our first part of our information. Mason and Laney ran laps to train for the long distance running team. The ratio of number of laps that Mason ran to the number of laps that Laney ran was 2 to 3. Notice that Mason is in red and the number 2 is in red. That's because Mason comes before Laney, which means the number 2 comes before the number 3. 2 goes with Mason, 3 goes with Laney. Now, if Mason ran 4 miles, how far did Laney run? Draw a tape diagram to demonstrate how you found the answer. Anytime you're dealing with constants, a great tool to use are tape diagrams, and that's why we're learning and working with those today. Our constant will be inside of our tape diagram, and that's how we're going to find our constant. All right, so Mason ran 4 miles. So Mason's red. Let's make sure that we have Mason running 4 miles also be red. And we don't know how far Laney ran. So Laney is green, so we'll make Laney be green. All right, so first thing we want to do is we want to go ahead and we want to write our ratio. And our ratio is 2, the number 2, 2TO, and 3. All right, so we have the ratio 2 to 3, and then it says we're going to make a tape diagram. So let's go ahead and make that tape diagram right now. And that be black. I'm doing my best to make this even. So we have 1, 2, all right, Mason has 2 boxes, so I need to get rid of this box right here. And, oops, that's not gonna work. Try that again. Mason gets 2 boxes, Laney gets 3. There we go. Now we're happy. Okay. And we know that Mason ran 4 miles. 4 miles. So the total he ran is 4. It doesn't have 4 in every box because every box has to add up to 4 miles. So 4 divided by the 2 boxes gives us 2. So every box is going to have 2. And since this is a constant, that means every box in Laney's is also going to be 2. Which means Laney ran 2, 4, 6 miles. 6 miles. So how far did Laney run? Laney ran 6 miles. And our equivalent ratio is 4, 2, TO2, 6. 2/3 is equivalent to 4/6. And our constant, the thing we really want to learn today, our constant is 2. But now we're going to switch things up a little bit. The ratio is going to stay the same. Every 2 miles that Mason runs, or every 2 laps that Mason runs, Laney goes 3. That part doesn't change. You think that would be called the constant, but it's not. That's just our ratio. So our original ratio stays the same. And now we want to know if Laney ran 930 meters. No, first of all, that's Laney. Goodness, so we better highlight Laney. Laney runs 930 meters now. So Laney, when he runs his 930 meters, how far does Mason run? We don't know. So we're switching it up a little bit here too. We know how far Laney runs, but we don't know how far Mason runs. So let's go ahead and make our tape diagram. And again, it's going to be 2 boxes for Mason, 3 boxes for Lainey. And these are supposed to be equal sized boxes. I apologize for my sloppiness there. I'm doing my best. So let's erase that and I'll try to make a better box for you. Let's try that one more time. We want to do our best to get things even. Boy, I need to practice my working here with writing with the mouse. Okay. So Lainey has 3 boxes. So we're going to divide by 3. What are we going to divide by 3? 930. Okay, so 930 divided by 3, that's going to give me 310. That means in every box, I get to put in 310. 310, that's going to be 310. And this box is 310. $310 plus 310 gives me the grand whopping total of 620, which means Mason ran 620, not miles, miles was before, meters. So our equivalent ratio to 2/3 is 620 to 930. Our constant is 310. So what ratios can we say are equivalent to 2/3? I can say that 2/3 is equal to 4/6. And also to 620 over 930. And the way I find that is if I multiply 2 times 310 by the constant, I get 620. And if I multiply 3 times 310, I get 930. Same thing here. If I multiply 2 times 2, the constant 2, I get 4. If I multiply 2 times 3, my answer is 6. So when I multiply by the constant, I get the equivalent ratio. And that, my friends, is how you find the constant of equivalent ratios, especially when you're comparing 2 or more numbers.